Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our weekly Monday night community gathering. I just love the word community gathering. You know, the days of Zooms and meetings and webinars, I just find this to be a time where we can get together once a week. At the end, I always give some information, some updates, some news that's always helpful. So you guys are the first ones to know. We do different trainings. Last week, we had the incredible David G. Arcangelo on again. My goal for August is to have Jim Poole join us for a Q&A. So that's one of my goals. And we'll have different trainers speaking every single week. For those that are brand new, I want to welcome you. We are having literally record day after record day of new enrollments, new customers, new associates joining us, new countries, new people. The stories that are coming in are absolutely off the charts. I will start with an announcement. I have a lot of announcements at the end, but for those that are using the university, the speakers have been absolutely spectacular. And I was chatting with corporate today, and they're working on having what would be called trailers. So you know how you go to a movie, the movies, you'll see a trailer on TV, or at the movie theater, they'll talk about trailers. So a trailer is basically a snippet. So what they're going to do now that we've got all these great recordings and more to come, they're going to put together these really kind of like these short 1 minute, 2 minute, the best of the best from each of these things. So how would you use that? Well, first of all, someone who is not signed up for the university and see the value can watch a minute or two and say, wow, I gotta try this. I gotta give this a 30-day trial to see how great this stuff is. But also for prospecting. Imagine you're on your social media newsfeed, or you're sharing with people, short little videos of these speakers. Hey, here's a CEO of 7-Eleven. Here's the person who started, Paul Mitchell. Here's another person who's a multi-billionaire, so on and so forth. So they're going to take those things, which are incredible. So I want to dig into what I believe could be helpful. So as you're sitting here tonight, to get a better idea and a better understanding of kind of the direction that the company's going, but most importantly, how you can build your business. There's no perfect way. Just like some people like email broadcasting, some people like cold markets, some people like warm markets, some people like advertising, some people like Facebook, some people like TikTok. I don't even have a TikTok account, but some people can build an entire business on TikTok. Some people love doing booths or fairs, or going out in the community, doing chamber of commerces, so on and so forth, right? So the same thing with building a business. There are people in our organization who are passionate about our Xilerate. So they want to build their business, and their flagship product is the healthy energy. So they'll go do booths, and they'll come out there and they'll lead with our Xilerate as kind of the front door. So I want to kind of give an industry overview of what's going on in the industry, compare it to what we have at xosialX. We'll never tear down what other companies have, but sometimes we take for granted what we have, right? We take it for granted. We always do, right? You just think it, but as I look out at the industry, the reality is our industry's completely changed, right? There are so many companies that are really hurting or suffering, specifically in the wellness nutritional industry. And why is that? Well, it's a variety of reasons. First of all, Amazon, right? A lot of times people will go and see a direct sales or network marketing company, and they'll look at that product, and they'll go and say, get the ingredients, and look at Amazon and say, well, I can find it for less money with free shipping, have it in my doorstep, right? That's number one. Number two is everyone's got the absolute best peptide. My peptide is better than your peptide. My GLP-1 is better than your GLP-1. And you know something? They're all great. They're all awesome. There's nothing wrong with it. but it gets harder and harder to build a long-term residual network marketing business in the nutritional wellness field. However, by far, it's the best way to build because people become loyal to a product, they enjoy the products, they become emotionally attached to the products, they like the products, so on and so forth. So why has xosialX kind of been, over the last 90 days, are you hearing more about digital? Why digital? And for a few things. First of all, I want to be very clear. Our digital products are wellness products, right? Whether wellness because if you sleep better, you're less calm, you have more energy, more focus. Our products are working on the brain. Newcom is working on your brain. Those frequencies are working on your brain. So it can replace, I can't say it can replace prescription drugs, but it can certainly replace nutraceutical. I don't want to be compliant in what I'm saying over here, but you can definitely get incredible health benefits, right? And then you talk about our university, right? That's also working. While it's not working, well, it can be working in your health, right? It can be putting into a better positive state of mind. It can make you more optimistic. It can help you grow your business. So it has a lot of things are out there. But digital is so, I guess the word would be so unbelievable because you get it instantaneously. There are no shipping. There's no inventory. If you have to cancel and get a refund, you don't got to worry about mailing something back. You push a button, right? There's no borders to worry about. It's for the masses, right? So we now have, in my humble opinion, we have the best of both worlds. You have a digital products, 3 of them, right? And probably more to come, right? And you have the amazing wellness products. For those that are new, I'm going to touch on our wellness very quickly and share just a few things about them. And I honestly believe, in my humble take, that any one of these products you can build literally a billion-dollar company. That's how good these products are, okay? Obviously, our flagship nutritional products are our 3 mists, right? Unbelievable. You have the Moringa, right? If anyone's familiar with a company, called Zija, billion-dollar company with a single focus product called Moringa. We've taken that product and we've put it into a nano-sized technology with a mist that gets into your bloodstream, right, within 4 seconds with up to 99% absorption, right? A lot less than a big bottle, mostly filled with water and sugar, right? Clinically proven to work the Moringa, right? You could build your entire business on just this one product. It's hard to ship it throughout the world, right? You got to inventorize it, right? And kind of pigeonhole. Then you've got our incredible glutathione, and you see companies now. It seems like every few years there's more glutathione companies that come along, right? But they're powders, they're tasteless. You got to swish them in your mouth, right? There's different things to do with glutathione. This is 100% pure medical grade glutathione, right? Up to 99% absorption, right? You don't have to inject it in your body, right? You simply mist it, a wonderful, delicious flavor. The benefits of glutathione, if you sat there and just did AI, we used to say Google and say, give me all the benefits of glutathione, you would be blown away. I know I went to the mall a few months ago and they've got these new places in our mall where you can go and get injections of things. It was like $179 to get a glutathione injection, right? When you can get it directly into your bloodstream, right, through the mucous membrane. And then, of course, our unbelievable Mangosteen, which is our XanthoMyst, right? Again, another company that became a billion-dollar company. The person who brought that product to market helped us develop this, Dr. Templeman, who's unbelievable. So each and every one of these alone you could build an entire business. But the truth of the matter, it's hard because, I saw Mangosteen on Amazon, right? Or I saw Moringa over here. Then you're getting into the convincing mode. You know what I mean? Well, this is better than that, right? Does it mean you can't lead with that? 100% you can. And there's people who can do that and can build an entire business there, right? Then we go to our incredible shakes. Love our shakes. These shakes, I would say competitively, you can show me any direct sales or network marketing company, for that matter, any product. There's probably thousands of different shakes out there, but from the collagen that's in there, from the probiotics, the prebiotics, the Sensorils, the taste, unbelievable. These are possibly one of the best protein shakes that I've ever seen, in an incredible value. I mean, our companies, when you get when you get one product on Smart Ship, you get 10% off. Two products on Smart Ship, 20% off. Three products, you get 30% off, which is unbelievable. And it's a meal replacement, which is unbelievable, right? Of course, our entire new organic line. If anyone has not tried the Silk Serum, it's amazing. It's unbelievable. The toothpaste is spectacular. I was actually, before my daughter's wedding, I was using the toothpaste daily, and definitely my teeth were getting somewhat whiter. Unbelievable product. If you haven't tried our toothpaste, it's incredible, right? We have a mouthwash. And guys and ladies, I've been taking this multivitamin for over a decade. I can't imagine life without this incredible multivitamin. It's unbelievable. So these are just some of the products that we have over there. And the way that I see it from a business perspective, and this is just giving you my perception. It doesn't mean you can go out there and say, hey, lead with organic products, transfer by products. You can go out there and lead there. You can lead with our mists. There's no right or wrong way that you get to prospect. I'll tell you the best way to prospect a person, and then I'll share what is ask questions. Because what you don't want to do is you're trying to lead with an energy drink, right? And they're interested in ShapeNburn, which is our beautiful magical green pill, right, for weight loss, or our protein shake. You want to ask the prospect questions. You want to listen to them. What are your health concerns? What's important for you? That's when you're talking to a customer, right? And what I normally do is, I'm not an expert. What I always do is and for those who aren't using AI, eventually we're all going to be using AI. But I program my AI to learn all of our products. So when someone asks me a question, oh, they've got inflammation, or they've they've got some discomfort, or whatever it is, I go to my AI and it tells me which of the products recommends for them to do that. In particular, the three mists. I think all three are great. I would definitely do the DDP system. And by the way, I mean, we talk about this being a billion-dollar product line. There's a David D'Arcangelo wrote a book about this that you can get off for on Amazon. I mean, what company has a book on Amazon about their product line, right? Our DDP system, right? Unbelievable, right? This to me, though, is a little, so pros and cons. The pros are, nutrition is a $1 trillion industry, and it will never change. Never. People are always wellness, nutrition, supplements, vitamins, wellness. We're unique, though. What makes us different is our delivery system. We're not just selling Mangosteen. We're not just selling glutathione. We're not just selling Mangosteen, right? It's our delivery system that makes us so different, so unique. But this is how I would encourage people to do that. I'd like to lead with the digital products because they can get it right away. Someone joins your business, right? It could take them, 3 to 7 days before they even start experiencing the product. There are people who get Newcom right now at 8:15 and Eastern Standard Time, and by the time they're going to bed in a few hours, they can be listening to it and experiencing it right away. And they can wake up saying, wow, I just had the best night's sleep I've had in many, many, many years. And those are the stories that we're hearing. Someone can go sign up for our university, and they can go watch any of the 4 pre-recorded trainings. So before they go to bed tonight, they can experience what we're offering. They can watch that and do that. If someone wants to start building the business, they can start using the app tonight. And these are all commissionable, right? The all access passes. We've got the the platform for them to use immediately, right? So I like leading with digital myself. Doesn't mean you have to, right? Because I think it's, I guess the word sexy, unique. It's just the way it's technology. It's hot. No one else is doing it. You can't find like I guess you could find, okay, well, I found the protein shake, the one I found online. You guys had 900 milligrams of vitamin A, but I found one that had 1,000, right? No one's going to find Newcom anywhere else except for Newcom, and the owner's telling you don't buy it from him because you're going to be paying more money. Why would anyone? And we're not going to give you a 30-day money back guarantee. He's telling you, where we give you a 30-day money back guarantee. So I like leading with the uniqueness from a business standpoint. Now, if you're just looking for a customer, right? So I want to be very clear. Customers versus business builders. Someone who's just going to be redirecting their spending, buying their toothpaste, the healthy toothpaste, rather than going out buying monster drinks. They're going to get a healthy alternative, right? Something that's not loaded with sugar and caffeine and all the unhealthy. This is a healthy alternative that, by the way, tastes incredible. So a customer, right? I don't know if I would lead with Newcom per a customer. I probably would kind of figure and see what they're going for, kind of listening to what they're looking for. If someone's saying, hey, my health concern is sleep, well, what are you going to say? Newcom, right? Try this, right? Someone's saying, hey, I'm dealing with a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, a lot of chaos in my life. What are you going to say? Newcom, right? If someone's saying, hey, I really have a lot of joint pain, right? Or discomfort, you're really not going to say, I mean, Newcom has been shown to help with stuff like that, but it's probably not the product you're gonna lead with, right? You're gonna lead with one of the mists depending on what they're specifically, planning on doing. So a lot I see Newcom being the main attraction, right? Then the all access pass, which is the funnel. So now let's talk business here. And I'm assuming most people are here in the call tonight because you're interested in building a business here. What does this mean for you? The way that you've got to look at it as you're growing your funnel and as you're bringing people into the front door through Newcom, they start hearing about, I didn't know that you guys had a protein shake. Tell me about that protein shake, right? What they're doing is they're buying from their own store. I'll buy from my own store. You mean, and it helps me qualify and I can get commissions on it. And this is, you guys have this too. I can't tell you the amount of people who've come into our business over the last 15, 30, 45 days that didn't even know that we had these wellness products, who found out after. And they're like, oh my God, that's unbelievable. You guys offer these things too? It's just it's a complete surplus compared to things that I'm watching in the industry today. And again, we don't need to negatively talk about other companies. We don't. There's no reason to do that. But I'll give examples by not mentioning names. But as I see companies out there, in particular the weight loss, right? It's crazy. It's like I think Facebook knows our logarithm. So I see more GLP-1 advertisements. It's like every third, and it's a new one every time. Then and it's like the shiny marble. I'm going to get into this one, to this one, and they're all this miracle things, and then they're gone. They're not even doing it anymore. There were a lot of people that were doing the olive oil company a few months ago, and then I go look at their pages, not even doing it anymore. They're not even. It was like the best olive oil ever, but you go to Amazon, you can find olive oil there. It's a very difficult business to do. Now there's people, everyone's really fired up about this PEMF, right? And it was interesting because I said, okay, let me learn about this and let me see about it. Let me research it. And they're selling the product for thousands of dollars, or minimally $1,000, which already for $1,000 takes away a tremendous amount of the population, right? So, and then I went and looked at the site and I looked it up and said, well, in big red letters, it says on their site, there's no return policy. The minute you buy it, that's it. They will not accept the return. Used, unused, that product leaves their warehouse. They are not. The reason why is because you pay commissions on $1,000, a lot of money going out, right? it's a mess. So there's no return. So what do you think I do? Is I go to eBay and I type in all the machines, and they're a fraction of the cost. The products that are being sold for $1,000, you're finding on eBay for $200. Again, because people are becoming more savvy. People are becoming smarter. That's why it's harder to build. And I'm not poo-pooing the network marketing industry. I'm just saying it's becoming more. I'm just saying be thankful for what we have. You're not selling $1,000 product. It's a slower burn, right? But we want people buying these products that are affordable, right? Because they want to, because they need them and they want them, not because they have to. Oh, network marketing, for those who've been around for a long time, you were what was called garage qualified or closet qualified, because you had to buy so much stuff just to collect your check, right? No, it's not like that here. You can go on Newcom. You can buy Newcom for an annual and be qualified for the next 52 weeks. Let me say that again. You can buy the annual of Newcom and have Newcom for the next year, save 23% off of what Newcom sells their annual from. And for the next 52 weeks in a row, you're qualified. We want you to buy these products because you enjoy them and you love them, not because you're trying to qualify for a check. That is the difference in this industry. People become emotionally attached to that. And we're beginning to see the cusp of what's going on. I cannot begin to tell you, and I can share this because I've seen this in my lifetime in the industry. I've watched other companies do it, and I've been part of it in the past, many years ago when Free Life did it with Goji. I've witnessed this, I've seen this. There are so many things going on. I know all weekend, and I'll share some things right now. All weekend they're working on how we can take crypto, both as a form of payment receiving and also paying out. Because as we grow throughout the world, we're at 116 countries now. We're going to continue to grow, right? They just came out with one of the ways is we, and I'm assuming most of the people in this call are probably all from the US and Canada, right? Because of the time zone. But we have people throughout the whole world, right? That are part of our family now. Not everyone, it's not as convenient as we're used to credit cards, right? Credit cards are big, right? That's what we're used to, using a credit card, right? But the company had to come in and figure out other ways and other forms of being able to take funds to be able to provide the product to. So that being said, they came out with, and it's live now, still going through beta, but it's working beautifully, where there's going to be gift cards. So in a lot of it, like in particularly, like let's take Africa for example. Not everyone has a credit card in Africa, right? So someone but they can exchange money through crypto, Venmo. People can exchange money easy, but when you're buying something, so what's able to happen now is a lot of people are doing it where they're able to use a gift card. Now, imagine what we're going to be able to do is we're going to be able to give gift cards to people to try our products, so on and so forth. So there are so many things happening. I know this week, for those that are familiar with ACE and the app, they're laser beam focused today, because I was really hoping that the trailers will come out soon. The trailers are going to come out next. This week's all about the app. This week is all about that app being the absolute best tool in the world to be able to build a business. So it's already incredible. And the app is already on Android store. It's already on the Apple store. So the focus is the app. Then after that, they're going to laser beam into the trailers, which I can't wait, because I think the trailers, a lot of people, you might be in the call tonight saying haven't experienced the university yet, because you're just having to read something or seeing an image. But when you get snippets, just little pieces of what's in those trainings, people are going to say, well, it's like going, like a movie. The big movie out right now is Odyssey. I'm not sure if anyone hearing about the movie Odyssey right now. It's really, really popular in the movie theaters. But how do they gather everyone's attention? They didn't say, hey, everyone, go see the movie Odyssey. they have this unbelievable trailer that, you know, put on your TV sometime tonight. You're going to see a great, you know, trailer come on saying, you know, showing it, or you were at the movie theater, they were showing it, which is unbelievable. So I truly think, you know, and I in my heart I believe, and we're not stopping with these nutritional products. Okay, we will continue to bring nutritional products, and we are going to take our nutritional products and bring them throughout the entire world. Our nutritional products are not just going to be for 12 of our 116 countries. Our goal is to put them into all 116 countries. And what that means for you, and maybe you're sitting there tonight and you don't have a big downline yet, or you don't have an organization that's growing yet, or you don't have anyone in your team yet. But remember, the worldwide global bonus pool, which more announcements are coming. That one I can't talk about, or I will get into big trouble. But the worldwide global bonus pool, it does matter to everyone on this call. So even if you don't have someone in your matrix and your downline, everyone in this company can be in your downline. And if you're here tonight, you're committed. There's no doubt you can get the 5K in our business. And that means you share in the company's profits on a weekly, not profits, the company's volume throughout the world. So how does that matter to you now? If someone in, I can't even pronounce it. You know, for those who know me, my pronunciation's awful anyways. For me to try to even read those countries, it's brutal, right? But all those countries, I think we're almost in every one of them. I'm gonna on August the 1st, I'm gonna go back in the last 90 days to get a list of all the countries that we are in right now, and I'm gonna share that with everyone, saying these are the countries we can be in, but these are actually countries there. Every single person, you have an opportunity by hitting a very achievable level to get into the pool every week. No company is doing that, ladies and gentlemen. No company is allowing for every single person to share in that. That is true community. That is really, really great. So I'm getting good at this time. I'm at 27 minutes after. I wanted just to touch on how I kind of saw the best of both worlds. I wanted to share with you, I believe, and I'm biased, but I take them. So it's not like I don't take them. And I only have to do 42 hours a month to receive my weekly check. I buy this stuff because I like them, because they're changing my life. I feel great with them. I lost 50 pounds on the ShapeNburn, right? Love our Myst products. Energy drink is absolutely delicious. If you haven't tried this, if you're watching tonight and you've not tried any of these products, I strongly encourage you to try it. It's very hard to be passionate about, to share a product that you have not experienced yourself, right? And now that you're part of our family, I'm not saying you have to order it all at once, but I mean, every single person should try each of our products at some point in their career with xosialX. You should at least experience it. So when a prospect asks you, what did you think about this? I think Mary Fields is on here. She's a huge fan of this product, absolutely loves it. Not every product will resonate with someone, but the more products you have in your organization, and as we add more stuff, right? What does it mean for your residual check? What does it mean for your income? It continues to grow and grow and grow and grow. So companies that are selling products that they don't have a variety of stuff, or they don't have both digital and wellness, right? They're at a huge, huge, huge disadvantages where we're at a great advantage. So I'm happy to answer any questions from anyone about any of our products. This was a call about our wellness products. I shared some of the things that I share at the very end. I talked about how gift cards are now available. They'll probably make an announcement soon, but it's already working extremely well, especially for people in other countries who are dealing with that. The ACE app is already killing it. It's available on both the Apple Store and Android Store. If we can convince Sandra and others to start doing our power hours, we're ready to do our power hours I'll get the okay over there. And a power hour is where we're going to come on a call like this. And all you need to do is you'll pull out your cell phone, right? You'll part of your university, part of your all access pass is your university, your Newcom, and your app. You'll be able to open up your app. We'll be playing some Newcom in the background, right? We'll probably put Ignite on the background and Focus and Ignite going in the background. And then you just open up your phone. You're able to take all of your contacts on your phone and put them into your app, right? So you don't have to sit there and do that. And we'll put a message into the chat where you can copy and paste, and we'll do contests and we'll do giveaways, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. And we'll all be sharing our success stories and our failures, right? Oh, this person just said they're not interested. This person just said, send me some information. This person just signed up. This person, you know what I mean? So they're fun to do. We do them as a group, right? It's hard to sit there and on your own and sit there and all by yourself. Now, you should be doing this obviously every day, using your app, contacting people, but it's a lot more fun when you do it as a community all together. So we're going to be doing those. Michael, you lost 50 pounds with Shape product. Do you still use it? All good now. How long were you taking it? Yeah, I still use Shape and Burn. Love Shape and Burn. If you haven't seen my before and after pictures, Steve, send me a Facebook Messenger. I'll share with you my before and after pictures. I went from about 235. It's actually down to about 180. I think my lowest was 175. Shape and Burn and the shakes were part of it. It took me to lose that total amount. It took me about 6 to 9 months to lose it, and I do still use Shape and Burn. Shape and Burn is you could build an entire business on Shape and Burn. It's just weight loss is tough because the truth of the matter with weight loss, is that there's no magic pill. Shape and Burn gives you energy. It decreases your appetite, right? It burns calories. It burns fat. I mean, the ingredients in Shape and Burn are off the charts. But the greatest example of all is, people can go get that surgery done. What's that surgery called? Someone help me type it in. Whatever it is. You get that surgery where they shrink your stomach. Yeah, you can get that surgery done, and guess what? You can still gain weight after, right? There's no magic. So what Shape and Burn did is it helped me with my energy. It helped me with focus. It helps with mood, which is a big one. Shape and Burn helps with your mood. It helps decrease your appetite. Yeah, if you guys wanted to, thanks. Oh, Jojo and Sandra, there you go. Thank you. So if you go look that product up, but just like a GLP-1, just like all of them, I have a niece who went on the GLP-1. I think she lost like 80 pounds, and then she went off it. She's bigger now than she's ever been, and it's sad. It's sad. And I'm not against anything. Everyone's got their own things. I just think weight loss is the best network marketing product in the world to build with. At the same time, it's the absolute worst. Think about it, right? Why is it the best? You can show before and after pictures, and everyone's concerned about their weight. So it's easy. Look at me, look at me. But the truth of the matter is, half the people that are out there doing it, you go look at their pictures later on social media, they're not losing weight. They're heavier. You know what I mean? There's more to losing weight than just taking a product, including the GLP-1, the real ones, the injections. Because if you don't change your lifestyle, I mean, I started walking every day, Steve, which I wasn't doing before. I try to drink more water. You want to know what one of the greatest things of all for weight loss is? What do you think it is? Someone write, what do you think a really great thing is for weight loss? See who gets it first. Type it in there. What do you think a really good thing for weight loss is? Weightlifting? Yeah, weightlifting is excellent. Awesome. Awesome. Problem is with weight, you're going to look thinner, but you might actually gain some weight, but you're going to lose inches, right? Which with weight lossing. But sleeping is so important for your weight loss. It's unbelievable. When you don't sleep, your whole body is off all kinds of things. Water is incredible. Yeah. So there's a lot of things out there. Weight loss is incredible. The retention of so I had lost a lot of weight, Steve, and I showed my before and after pictures on social media. So guess what happened? I had tons of customers come in, tons. Couldn't stop. People were like, what did you do? What did you take? Right? You know what the retention of those customers were? Not because of the product. Had nothing to do with the product, right? Had to do with them. You can't change people. There's more to weight loss than that. And I'm not poo-pooing weight loss, guys, because when you lose weight, it's life-changing and it's unbelievable and it's incredible. We could build an entire business with Shape and Burn. I just don't know what the retention would be. Here, this is an opinion of mine. So when I was with Free Life International, we did over $1 billion of goji juice. $1 billion. I bet that product's still out there with another company called Longevity. I bet it went from $1 billion to, I bet it does about maybe 40 to 50,000 a month in total sales. And when people were taking it, you thought it was holy water. The stories that you would hear about goji juice. I was blind and now I can see. I was in a wheelchair and now I'm walking again. You know what I mean? You would hear things that are out there. The difference to me is I really believe I can't fathom, and I'm speaking personally, I can't fathom a night without going without Nucom right now. I couldn't imagine. I couldn't. We went away. I took Dawn away for her birthday. And part of the whole packing, you know, I don't know, you guys have a packing routine when you pack all your stuff up to go away for an overnight somewhere, right? I had to bring this. This had to come, right? That's my speaker, right? Had to come with me, right? Had to make sure I had my cord, right? I had to have everything, right? And had my cell phone to plug in and fall asleep with Newcom. I think, I mean, it will be proven years from now. I think the retention of Newcom could be one of the highest percentage retention rates that we've ever seen, ever. And that's amazing. And it's a little bit slower because it's a $42 product, right? But from a retention standpoint, life-changing. I really can't see people. Now, will people cancel? Of course they're going to cancel. But anyone that uses it for 30 nights in a row every night and uses it daily, they're not canceling Newcom. They're just not. They're not. The price is so affordable and it's so changing. Okay, any questions over here?
Yeah, Michael, if they cancel, they're going to notice the difference.
Yes, they are going to notice the difference. Well, you know, it's probably going to be subtle differences because, you know, they're still going to sleep. They might wake up a few times, but they're going to wake up a little bit more groggy. They're going to wake up not as refreshed. You know, it's not going to be a thing where, you know, they're going to wake up with any kind of jitters, but they're going to start realizing, well, I'm not getting a good night's sleep, and which begins to affect your health, which begins to affect, well, if you have a really bad night's sleep, you're cranky the next day, you're exhausted, it's just not good. It's just not good. Yeah. So
Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike, to support what you said, even in the opening, what we really are, we're not salesmen, we're problem solvers.
Correct.
And how do we accomplish that? Just as you said, we ask questions. And why do we ask the questions? To improve people's quality of life. There it is, cut and dried.
I love it. I love it. You're so right about that. I'm gonna write that one down. That's a really good one. That's an awesome one. So hopefully next week, if I get everything prepared, we'll start doing our power hours. They're definitely coming. The apps are up. Once I get the green light from the company, they are fun. Come and watch them. They're a blast. it's a great way to build your business. I want to come back and circle back that, you know, a direction in too many directions is no direction at all. Okay. So I don't want
Say that again, Michael, please.
a direction in too many directions is no direction at all. So when you're prospecting someone, I would not hit them up with everything at once. I wouldn't prospect someone with, oh my God, we've got the app, we've got Newcom, we've got the university, we've got extreme shakes, we got organic skincare, we got transfer by, we've got protein, you know what I mean? I think you'll overwhelm people. Listen to your customer, listen to your prospect, but most importantly, do what you're the most comfortable with. If you're not using Newcom and you're not really experiencing it, and you're really loving our Mangosteen, you should be leading with Mangosteen because that's coming from your heart, right? Lead with what you believe in. That's the great thing of all. I'm just sharing with you from a business standpoint. If you're looking for business builders, it's a $42 fund. Lead with Newcom, and let the rest, they'll come on a call like this. Maybe there's someone tonight that didn't even know that we had other products, and they're going, what? You guys got toothpaste that's organic? Tell me about it. It doesn't have fluoride in it, but it's good for you. You know what I mean? You can actually swallow it, you know, and they start reading or learning about it. But if I was to present that to someone in the beginning, it's too much. You will blow people away. But for someone from a business standpoint, it's math. It's simple math. If you only have one product and you're selling one product, there's only a limit of what you can earn, right? But if you have a variety of products, right? Don't you want, one day everyone on this call is going to have an army of people in their organization. And even if you don't have an army of people in this organization, everyone in this call can participate and be part of the worldwide global bonus pool, where every week they take the entire companies in 116 country sales and everyone shares in it, right? Wouldn't you want that? It's math in terms of if all those customers are redirecting their spending, right? Doing a meal replacement where they're saving money rather than going out to McDonald's and getting a delicious meal replacement, right? Or rather than going to CVS, right, or Walmart to buy vitamins that don't have the K1 and the Ds and all the things that are out there, right? And buying a medical doctor formulated, you know, supplement, right? Which is unbelievable, right? And extremely affordable, right? That's the whole focus of what you want to be able to do. That's where I think sometimes we look at this and we're saying to ourselves, we're not really appreciating how good we have it. Because I look at these, I always look at other companies, and lately it's been the PE and PME MF is great, but as a business alone, that's got to be brutal, right? It's a one-time purchase. There's no residual. You know what I mean? It only caters to a certain amount of people. It's in a limited amount of countries. So whatever the shining marble of the week or the month is for a company, right? And you really look at the whole thing. This is the complete. I mean, we could sit here and talk about social health. Did you guys know that we even market health insurance for those in the US? Just go to socialhealth.com, not XosialXL. Just type in social health, XOISAL, no X at the end, socialhealth.com. We got health insurance for those in the US. I mean, that's where Stuart's talking about the house where we're going to have everything in there. That's what's going to be doing this. And we are at the cusp, literally at the cusp. They have this guy, Kai, who is working with corporate full time. And what he does on a daily basis, I mean, have you guys logged, if you get a chance, have you seen what they just did to the back office now? So every day something's happening. Every day there's something going on, guys. You were at the beginning. Go into your back office, everyone. I know you're in front of your computers. I know, Sandra, I know you're in front of your computer. Go into your back office. And now on the left-hand side, when you log in, it says manage digital subscription. So that's new. It says that. And now when you click on it, look at the is the right word a la carte? And they have all the different pricing and all the different things. Look how gorgeous that is. Kai just put that together where you can go in there and someone can shop and say, well, I just want to do the app. I just want to use the business. Oh, I just want to do Newcom. Or I just want to do the university. I want to do all of them, right? Every day. If you haven't seen the Matrix Viewer yet, are you kidding me? That Matrix, I was with this company for over a decade, and I never even was able to see my organization, right? Now you go in there, you go underneath genealogy, and that Matrix Viewer, and find someone in your organization and look up. It's unbelievable what's happening over there and what they're doing on the thing. And this is just the beginning. So any other questions or comments before we call it tonight? I don't want to go too long. Great attendance tonight. I thank everyone for being here as always. Anyone else before we go?
See, just like you said, Mike, most people today are living in a sea of chaos, and our goal is to be that island of calm that will draw them to us. That's it right there.
In the name, right? New Calm.
New Calm.
What a great name, right? What a great name. Guys, I want to thank everyone. I appreciate everyone. Stay tuned. Plug in. I'm here to help any way that I can. I appreciate and love everyone. Make it a great night, everyone. Bye-bye for now.
Thanks, Michael.
Bye-bye, guys.
Thanks, Mike.